Hello and welcome to the RPG Academy podcast Twitch channel. I'm Michael and I'm going to be doing some Final Fantasy again today. I've already checked and I kept my levels from yesterday, which is great. I still don't know how that happened. It was entirely frustrating, let me tell you. But we're back to level 10, so we're not far behind from where we were. And I've got my characters upgraded, got some good equipment, so I should be able to grind out a few levels here. This is a good fight off the bat if I can win it. This would be actually great. Just hopefully everything works out time-wise and initiative-wise and all that kind of good stuff. Before I get too far, let me make one quick change here. There we go. And we're off. Whew. Nice. All right, so hopefully with a minimal amount of resource usage. Oh, okay, this could be bad. Please don't let the other one go before it's dead. Come on, I should have had to use an attack. Whew. That would have been really bad if Hulk had got killed right there at the end. So that's almost halfway to the next level by itself. And again, always, as soon as I start this, I get a little bit of tickle in my throat. Probably just talking, and I'm in a basement. Probably a lot of dust and stuff down here. Probably shouldn't be too surprised by that. Alrighty. Should have remembered to turn that off. One of these days, I'm going to do this enough that I actually have everything set up and ready to go at the right time. But today is not that day. Okay, this is probably going to go poorly for me, but you know what? Let's do it. Let's see what happens. No, I'm going to save those for healing. So I'm currently at level 10, and the plan is to get to level 17. And then once I get there, I'm going to start going through the game part again. So we got, 7 levels, 6.5 levels, because I'm almost there already to go through. But the place that I'm at, it should go pretty quick. If I can get into battles like this and survive and not have to reset each time, it will go quicker. All right, I really thought that would have taken at least one of them out. So yeah, that's not good. So now we're in trouble. Because I was really hoping that take something out before I was out of my spell. Gotten really lucky that their attacks haven't done too much or they haven't been on the wrong person. I've never tried to put a giant to sleep. Maybe I should try that. That might be, especially, if I'm out of my attack spells, that is. There we go. Not bad at all. Unfortunately, I am out of spells. So I'm going to have to go back and hit the inn, recharge, get some more tents and cabins. What am I doing on gold? I should be able to win this pretty easy, but it's not going to take the time. It's not worth it. And I got to go first, so I was pretty sure that a runaway would work. Now, I don't think there's anything I really need from this place. The second level spells are really bad. I might go check just to see. There might be like one each that I want, but I don't even think that's true. Let's buy, let's just buy a bunch of cabins. Eventually, I'll switch over and start buying houses down in Elftown. They're a lot more expensive. I think they're 3,000 gil, but they restore health and magic. So I could essentially stay up there for a full cycle of all my attacks and resources, and then use a house, and then have another cycle, which again will speed up how quickly I can level and get through all this stuff. That should be enough for now. Let's head over to the magic shops. So it looks like there is somebody currently watching. So hello, thanks for checking out the stream. And you're gone. Never mind. Spoke too soon. Lamp, mute, lit, biz. Nope. Nope. That might help with some shedding off some attacks on some tougher fights. And then so I already got ice, dark, temper. No, none of those are worth anything, so I'll just call it there. So I think this town's called Provoca, if I remember correctly. Normally I would just run from this fight, but I should at this level be able to take them out pretty quickly. And running isn't always a guaranteed anyway, so there's a chance they would have got an attack off. There we go. So time-wise, that's not really bad, and it didn't really take up hardly any resources because I'm going to use a cabin and or a tent when I get up to the top anyway, so it's fine. So ogres, I believe, have 100 hit points. And I think my black belt or my fighter should be able to do close to that by themselves. 73, so close. 81, so yeah, neither one of them could take it out by themselves, but together, pretty easy. Excuse me again. Huh, I thought that said one cabin. I was saying, no, I bought 10 of those things. So yeah, I have 11, not one. All right, so 4 zombie fights. Oh no, still don't want to fight this. Run away, run away, run away. Thank you. Those are bad. They're evil, and they are not worth the effort. In fact, I don't know that they're ever actually worth the effort because they're always pretty tough, and they don't give a lot of experience or gil. Yeah, not happy about that. So if Loki can take them all out by himself here, nope. I mean, taking 4 out of 6 is not bad, but the way I distributed the rest of my attacks, I didn't remember that one. So I'm probably going to have one left. Fingers crossed that I can take it out before it goes, and if it goes, it doesn't use its frost attack. Okay, perfect. There we go. No problem. Should that level me up? Yep. Now this is where having a house would be very helpful because I'd be able to recharge my magic too, but I don't have that. So we're going to use a tent and then a cabin. And that gets everybody really close to full. And so now I should be, I'm getting really close to the point where I'm not going to have to use magic every time. Certain battles, yes, but not every fight. And that's the point where then you can stay up here for a very long time and get a lot of experience, a lot of gil really quickly. Whew. That's no joke, though. So if I can just use one spell each from my wizards in these battles, again, I'll be able to stay up here a lot longer. That's very cool. So I need 3,800. Let's use some magic here. Perfect. Okay, Frost Wolves only 4, which could still actually end up being bad. Because if all 4 of them go, or if they use their frost attack, then I'm going to get a lot of damage and not a whole lot of return. Alrighty. So I'm out of my best spell for this area, but I'm going to try one more fight before I go back to town and see if I can get lucky. Maybe get like 2 giants or just 2 zombies. I should be able to take out those even without my fire spells. Nope, this is exactly what I don't want. So we're going to run away. Run away! We'll try sleep. I don't even know if it'll work, but oh, that's not good. Actually, you know what? We're just going to pretend like that never happened. Okay, so this is a fight that should quote, should go my way. So I'm going to double up on the first one, and then I have my ice spells. See, obviously ice doesn't work very well against the frost wolves, so they're not nearly as effective. And also the undead, they don't work as well. But it should work well enough for the giant. Curious to see if that works. It did work. That's good to know. I did not think that sleep would work on a giant. All right, so let's go one more time. Press our luck. No whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy. Oh. Okay, all right. This could be really good. This could be really bad. I still have my harm spells, which do a ton of damage to these things. And I'll go ahead. Oh, I'll try to confuse them. See if that'll work. Did not work. Should have just used it as an ice spell. At least then it would have done some damage. Whew, okay. So here's my last harm spell. And then I'll just pick fire on this one. It's one of them. Oh, here we go. This should take them out. Really thought it would have taken more of them out. So here it comes down to initiative. Who goes first and who they attack. Nice. All right. I would say all in all, that was a pretty good cycle for me. Let's see where I'm at. So a little over 2,000 to go. And used about half of my cabins. How much gold did I get there? I'm up over, I got like 6,000 gold or something. So yeah, that's good. So I'll go and basically rinse and repeat. If I can run here, I will. But my top two should be able to take theirs out by themselves. It's just the risk here is to get poisoned, and then you have to spend resources to unpoison yourself. All right, fingers crossed. There it is. Good job. Good job, me. Or good job, Hulk, I should say. So not a lot of traffic today. I usually have one person almost every day, sometimes two or three. So this would be just for anyone who's listening in the future. Thanks for watching. And I'll probably have weeks left on this game, but then I will be looking at another game, probably Zelda or Metroid. But I might take suggestions for maybe something a little less well known that might be fun to play through. But we got a ways to go before we get there. And then, as I mentioned, I think yesterday, I'm having surgery on Monday, so I'm definitely. Oh, well, hello. Feel free. Again, no pressure whatsoever. You don't have to say anything. Looking at my screen, it didn't show me that anyone was there. So I don't know. So maybe when I'm looking at that, because it showed one, and I assumed that was me because I'm monitoring it. So my apologies. But I am having surgery Monday, so I'll be out definitely Monday and Tuesday next week. And I honestly will be surprised if I play at all next week. I have a feeling I'll be still too sore and just too ornery to want to come down here and do this, sit in the cold basement for 45 minutes. But we'll see. If I can, I will. But just no promises. Okay, that should be enough to get me through one or more 2 cycles. So the kid's still sick. Supposed to be able to go back to school today, but nope. Had the flu. Was off school all week, which obviously is fine. Love the kid. I hate for him to feel bad. But he's also been monopolizing my computer upstairs, so I haven't got as much other stuff done as I would have liked. But hoping that I'll be able to get episode 2 of our Fate of Cthulhu game finished this week, before Monday, obviously, and get that off to the patrons. And then Sunday morning, we are recording the next episode of our Kickstarter show. So we have several guests. We get together and we talk about current Kickstarter campaigns. So if you have any interesting Kickstarters or just have money you want to blow, we try to pull out some that are interesting. Maybe somebody would want to spend some money. I've certainly spent money on the ones we've talked about. All right, so fingers crossed. 4 Zombles would be like perfect. Well, I think I get to go first, so this actually could be good. All right, come on, fingers crossed, Loki, take them all out. Okay, not bad. Now, best case scenario here is that it doesn't get to go at all, or if it does, it doesn't use its frost power. Perfect. Really, just about could not have asked for better than that. All right, so 1,100 more to go, and not bad. All right, yeah, I'll take this. Yeah, today's been going pretty good. No big complaints. Again, knock on wood that as soon as I say that, something terrible will happen. But so far, so good. I don't know that I'll be able to get to. Well, I know I won't be able to get to 17 in my time frame, but I'm hoping I can get at least this level and then one more. Put me at what, 13? That would be good if I could get there. So I'm going to take the chance here and not use another spell so I can save it for another fight and just hope that my fighter types will be able to do. Okay, okay, I'm not worried at all. There we go. Yeah, that was close. That was a good battle, though. All right, so whoop, nope, he doesn't have magic, at least not yet. Cure, get him up at least to 100. And I can use a tent and a cabin, and that'll get me out back to full. And now I'm ready to go. Just 188 away from the next level. So any fight I survive should do that. I think that said I got to go first. I may have my settings too fast now. Yep, there we go. So now you can see the black belt without having any weapons is actually doing more damage than the fighter with the best weapon I can currently have. So yeah, right around level 10, 11 is when they just get so powerful. Wait, did I not use the spell I thought I used? No, it says I did. Guess I wasn't paying attention. It didn't take anybody out completely. There we go. Nice. All right, here we go. All right, Hulk cross 200. Wanda's closing in. And Loki, of course, still nowhere near. So let's use a tent. Actually, I think that, yeah, that gets everybody up to full. Oh man, well, I mean, this has been going well for me. I can't complain too much, but just as soon as they decide to all use their frost power, I'm going to be in trouble. All right, none of them did, so hopefully I can take them all out. Okay, this could be good, or could be could be terrible. We'll see. Oh yeah, so I'm out of fire spells. I learned last time Confuse doesn't really work. So I'm going to use Ice. It's not going to do as much damage as Fire, but it's still a powerful spell, and everything combined, it might be enough. So yeah, that's pretty weak, especially compared to the Fire spell. Okay, there. One more harm spell. And then we'll use Ice on that one. Good enough. That should take out. Ooh, I still didn't take out the Zombies? That's a little bit unusual, I think. Alright, so fingers crossed doesn't attack Hulk, and if it does, it doesn't do enough damage to kill him. Or I can just go first, take him out. There we go. Alright, let's see what magic we have left. One harm and 2 ices. So if I can get into a fight with some giants, I'll be okay. Anything else, a bit dangerous. Yeah, that was pretty much exactly what I didn't want. We'll try it, but I'm probably going to have to burn a reset here. I'll try to confuse on them, maybe? Well, so far, so good. All right, so it didn't work on one of them, but it did the other, and one that it didn't work on, I took out. So yay, that was just about perfect. Still don't think I want to get through this relatively unscathed, but we'll see. Fortunately, it attacked itself. It'd be funny if it killed itself. That'd been great. I did not expect that battle to go that well, so I'm just going to take that W and go home, or in this case, use a cabin and then go back to town and rest up. How far am I away? I'm still 3,000 away. So that is the other thing. Obviously, I can stay up here a lot longer now, but it takes a lot longer to level up. And again, the goal is level 17. I might push it at 15 just because I am trying to stream this and I want it to be somewhat entertaining. I don't know how long, how many people would want to just watch this particular thing happening over and over again. But I don't even want to try to go into the game until I'm at least level 15, or I'm just going to keep getting killed and having to reset and return to town, and that's not fun either. It is. there's a bit of that grindiness to it, but I think the little exploit I'm doing, where I'm going and how I'm doing it, goes pretty quick. But it's also re- repetitive. You know, I don't know. It feels a little bit different than just walking around. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just being silly, probably. I remember the days of playing the original Dragon Warrior, which I still have a fond place in my heart for. But oh man, that game was the worst for trying to grind out levels. All right, so 10 cabins, 10 tents. So I think I mentioned a couple days ago, I just recently finished rewatching the entire series of Smallville, all 10 seasons. And overall, I really liked it. It's better than it probably should be. There's a few episodes and even some seasons themselves that are not great, but overall it holds up, and I was glad I watched it. But then I started rewatching Arrow, which I dropped off of Arrow after season 3 when it first came out. I was watching it real time, and I haven't even got through season 1. I'm already that show just it drags on me for some reason. I know people love it, and I'm so glad it exists because of all the other shows that have come from it. I just cannot get through it. But then I started watching last night. I watched the first 2 episodes of The Flash, and I think I watched the first 3 seasons of it as well, but as it was first coming out, and then kind of fell off of it. But I think I'm going to try to catch up on that one. I think one, I like the Flash character better, and it's so more like, I feel like Arrow on CW, it's basically Batman. They didn't have the rights to do Batman, but they did Arrow as if he's Batman. Because in the comics, isn't Green Arrow like funny and quippy, and just it feels like this is the Dark Knight version of Arrow, and it just doesn't work as well for me. Where Flash is more upbeat, and sure, bad things happen, and it's emotional, and it's sad, and there's some manufactured drama, but just overall, it seems like a more positive, hopeful, colorful show, and I just again like the Flash character better. I have heard that they are working on a Green Lantern show for HBO. It's going to be by Berlanti and crew, and I'm very excited to see that. Green Lantern is one of my favorite superheroes. Yeah, I mean, I get what they're trying to do, but maybe they just have succeeded too well. Maybe that's their fault over success, but I don't know. It just whew. I think I watched the first few episodes of Supergirl. It didn't really grab me. I don't have anything against it, but it just didn't do it for me. And then same thing. I watched like the first couple episodes of Black Lightning, and it was okay, but just doesn't grab me. Have not watched any of the Batgirl or Batwoman. I think it's Batgirl. Again, don't have anything against it. Just just I don't know. Too busy watching Smallville, I guess. All right, so 2,300. I think I can do that. Ooh. This could be bad. All right, fingers crossed. That's not a good start. All right, I can handle that. So even if I get frosted again, it won't be fun, but I'll survive. So that was what, 7 frost wolves, and it's worth 700. So basically like 100 each and about 200 gold each. That's not terrible. So now I only need 16. So yeah. Come on, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Should I try it? No, I don't want that. It's not worth it. One of these days I will. Maybe next level if I get one of those and I get to go first like I did just there. That might be worth going after. So I'm gonna try a little sleep action. See if that will just give me an extra turn. Worked on one of them. Not the one that had already attacked, of course. Or hadn't attacked yet, I should say. So 2 giants, they're worth about 200 each. So probably 2 more fights will get me there, depending on which ones they are. So let me try something here, just to see how this goes. I'm gonna see, because I'm having to go through like at least 3 rounds anyway. Maybe I can not use any spells, or not use any of my attack spells. That didn't work. Trying to see if maybe it might be worth, not with 4 giants of course, but with 2, if I can beat them just with my fighters essentially. That'll again help me do some extra cycles up here. Yeah, I mean that wasn't terrible. I don't know that I want to do that every single time, but gives me some hope that if I need to, I can. All right, so where are we at? 800 more. I think if I get like 4 zombies or 4 or zombies or 4 giants, I can do that in one fight. All right, so 3. Mm-hmm. All right. Should be able to pull this one out, I think, but we'll see. Nice. Nice. All right, very good. So 3 giants, not terribly dead, and didn't have to use a whole lot of my magic resources, which is good news. So I should only need like 100 light, right? 148. All right, so one more fight, then I'll head back to town, and that's probably where I'll call it here. I'm gonna head to Elf Town and get maybe like. Oh. All right. Oh. Sure, why not? We'll try it. This is probably gonna go poorly for me. So that's like 140 damage so far. Almost 240. It hasn't got to go yet. So I'm like, what, a third of the way through it, maybe? Let me try sleep. That'd be awesome. Can I put a dinosaur to sleep? That wasn't bad. It hit me for 59. It only gets one attack. I might have been overreacting to how dangerous this thing is. Did not put it to sleep. I wasn't really expecting it to, but worth a shot. All right, let's try icing it. There we go. All right, so I had like what, around 400 and something hit points. I must have been remembering a different version because I thought it gave me 1 gold. So that's not bad. 800 for just if I can find one of those at a time. That's actually not terrible. The gold ratio isn't great, but the experience points to resources used was actually pretty good. So I'm glad I did that. All right, so Wanda crossed 200 hit points. I think I'm still. Do it one more time. Okay, magic. All right, now Loki's out of magic, and I just leveled up, so I'm gonna head back to town, and then I'll probably go from there. Silly werewolves poisoning me. That's not fun. Yeah, those 4 hits at a time for the black belt. Pretty devastating. So one of the changes they made on the iPad one, I may have already mentioned this, but if you go to attack something and it's already killed, it'll just randomly pick another creature that's a viable target. So like if you're fighting 6 wolves, you don't have to choose each person to attack a different wolf. You can just click 555, just hit the button over and over again, and then it'll kind of do it for you, which is very good. Again, this is a fight that's probably way tougher than it's worth the resources, but why not? Again, sometimes I just like seeing sort of the power level of my characters, how it's changed. Yeah, 200 at a time. I'll take that. All right, so I'm just going to get a couple more items. I'll restock again, and then I'm going to go ahead and call it here. But the Foxblade, thank you as always for joining me. Sorry, I was not trying to call you out at all. I didn't realize you were there. Again, looking at my little indicator, I didn't think anybody was watching. But thank you for basically spending all week with me. It's been awesome talking to you. We'll definitely not be here Monday or Tuesday, but hopefully back Wednesday. But again, I wouldn't expect it. But I think you're on the Discord now. I'll probably be chatting there a little bit when I'm in recovery, once I'm out, and giving people there a heads up of what's going on. So you'll probably know before anybody else, or along with everybody else, of when and if I'm actually coming back. Thank you for that. I really appreciate it. Fingers crossed everything goes well. Shouldn't be terrible, but anytime you're going for surgery, there's a risk. That's probably enough. She got in my way. All right, there it is. Well, again, thank you, and see you next week, hopefully.